Ryan wasn't awake. Not really. Just floating between sleep and consciousness when his phone buzzed on the nightstand. 2:41 a.m. He groaned, reached out blindly, eyes still half closed, and froze when he saw the name on the screen. Mia. Heart. One new message. He slowly turned his head. Mia was right there, sleeping beside him, breathing softly, face relaxed, blanket rising and falling with each calm inhale. Ryan frowned and opened the message. It was a photo, a dark, grainy picture of their bedroom taken from the foot of the bed. The angle was low, as if someone was crouching. Ryan's throat tightened. He zoomed in. The sheets, the pillows, the shadows on the walls, everything matched their room exactly, except there was something else in the picture. Something he didn't notice at first. A silhouette standing in the corner, between the closet and the door. Tall, still, facing the bed. Ryan swallowed hard and checked Mia. Still sleeping, still breathing, still warm beside him. The phone buzzed again. From Mia. Another message. A text this time. Don't look at me. Ryan turned to her slowly and realized her eyes were already open, staring straight at him. Ryan's breath caught in his throat. Mia's eyes were open, but they weren't looking at him. They weren't moving at all. No blink, no focus, just staring straight ahead, like glass marbles set into her face. He whispered, "Mia?" No response. She didn't even twitch. Her chest rose and fell with the same steady rhythm as if she were still asleep. But her eyes, those eyes were wrong. They looked awake, but nothing behind them was alive. Ryan's phone buzzed again. He didn't want to look, didn't want to know, but his hand picked it up anyway. Another message from Mia's number. Don't let her see you move. His stomach dropped. Slowly, carefully, Ryan lowered the phone, trying not to shift the bed. Mia's eyes were still wide open, still staring, still empty. But then, without warning, her mouth began to move. Not her face, just her mouth. Slow, mechanical, like a puppet jaw. Ryan. Her voice was wrong, too soft, too slow, as if someone was playing her speech at half speed. Don't turn around. Ryan froze, because Mia, real Mia, never called him Ryan. She always called him Rye. Always. The phone buzzed again. Another message from Mia's number. That's not me in the bed. Ryan's heart slammed against his ribs. He realized he didn't want to look behind him. He didn't want to know who took the picture, and he definitely didn't want to know who was lying next to him with Mia's eyes open and her mouth moving wrong. But then, the thing pretending to be Mia smiled stiffly and whispered, "They're here." Ryan's pulse hammered in his ears. The thing beside him, the thing wearing Mia's face, held its smile like someone who had learned it from a photograph. Too wide, too smooth, too practiced. Its eyes never blinked. Ryan kept perfectly still, every muscle tight, trying to breathe without shifting the mattress. His phone buzzed again. He slid his eyes down, not his head, and read the message. This time, it wasn't from Mia's contact. It was from her actual number, the one she used only for him, the one saved under a nickname. Mia, Rye's girl, typing. Then, "Rye, I just parked outside. Why is our bedroom light on?" Ryan's stomach twisted into ice. She was outside the house, right now, which meant the one in the bed wasn't just not Mia, it was something else entirely. The imposter on the pillow slowly turned its head toward him, joints cracking like old wood. Not fast, not aggressive, just wrong. Too smooth, too fluid, like a shadow learning to pretend to be flesh. Ryan's phone buzzed again. "Rye, you awake? I hear someone walking upstairs." The imposter's eyes widened, huge and glassy, locking on to the phone in his hand. Then, without blinking, "Shh, she shouldn't be here." Ryan swallowed hard. "Where are you?" he whispered to his real girlfriend. Her reply came instantly. Front door, don't open it. His blood ran cold. The imposter's smile faded. Its face went blank. And then, as if someone puppeteered it by pulling invisible strings, it turned its head toward the bedroom door, slowly, sharply, listening. From the hallway, footsteps. Not Mia's, not his. Something else, walking toward the room with deliberate, heavy, patient steps. The imposter whispered, "That one is not me either." The footsteps in the hallway were slow, heavy, measured, like whoever, whatever was walking already knew Ryan was awake. The imposter beside him tilted its head toward the sound with that same unnatural smoothness, as if its skull was on a hinge, not a neck. Ryan clutched his phone tighter. A new message from real Mia lit the screen. "Rye, there's someone in the house. I hear them walking upstairs. Don't make a sound." His fingers trembled. He typed back as quietly as he could. "Don't come inside. Stay outside." 3 dots appeared, then stopped, then appeared again. The footsteps reached the top of the stairs. The imposter whispered, without moving its lips this time, "It heard you." Ryan's breath caught. He hadn't spoken aloud. The thing in the bed wasn't looking at him anymore. It was staring at the door. Then the bedroom doorknob twitched. Once, twice, then slowly began to turn. Ryan's entire body locked up. His phone buzzed again, loud in the silence. "Real Mia, Rye, I'm calling the police. Just hide." The imposter's head snapped toward the phone with lightning precision, eyes widening like a child who heard a forbidden noise. Then, without blinking, "If you answer her, it will know which one is you." Ryan froze. The footsteps outside the door stopped. Silence. Deep, crushing silence. Then, a slow, deliberate knock. 3 taps, not urgent, not violent, just patient. The imposter on the bed turned its face toward Ryan, its eyes suddenly softening, almost pleading. "Rye," it whispered, in a voice that sounded exactly like Mia, "please don't open the door, please." Ryan felt his pulse spike. His real girlfriend texted again, "Rye, there's someone standing outside our bedroom door. I can see its shadow under the frame." Ryan's eyes widened. He read the message twice, because that meant real Mia wasn't outside the house. She was inside, in the hallway, standing behind the thing knocking. His phone buzzed one more time. Her message froze his blood. "Rye, it keeps asking me where you are." The doorknob began to turn again. The doorknob turned halfway, then stopped. Not because it hit the lock, not because it was stuck, but because whoever was standing outside was waiting, listening. The imposter in the bed slowly pulled the blanket up to its chin, a childlike gesture, eerily wrong. It whispered, "Don't let it see your face." Ryan's phone vibrated again. "Real Mia. Rye, I'm hiding behind the hallway wall. It's standing right in front of your door. It's not moving." His skin went cold. If she was in the hallway hiding, then the shadow she saw was not hers. Ryan typed back, "Can you see it clearly?" Instant reply. "No, it's blurry, like it's out of focus, even when it's standing still." Out of focus? How can something be out of focus in real life? The doorknob jolted, not turning, shaking, like the thing outside was excited. The imposter beside him stiffened. Its voice cracked like audio tearing. "It found your cheek in the phone reflection?" Ryan froze. Cheek? Phone reflection? He lifted the phone slightly, just enough to catch a faint reflection in the black screen. A sliver of his face, barely visible. But something else was visible too. A shape, blurry and tall, standing right on the other side of the door. Its head leaned forward, toward the crack beneath the frame. Then, a new message from Mia. "Rye, it's kneeling." Ryan's chest tightened. He angled the phone again. The shadow had shifted. Now it was lower, closer to the floor, like it was trying to see under the door, trying to see him. The imposter on the bed slowly reached out and grabbed Ryan's wrist. Not hard, not aggressive, just firm enough to say, "Don't move." And then the shadow under the door began to slide inward. Not a foot, not a hand, a face, pressed flat against the floor, as if the bones inside had been removed. The eyes, two dark circles, stared beneath the gap, straight toward Ryan's side of the bed. Real Mia texted again. "Rye, it knows you're in the room." The imposter whispered, "You have to choose." Ryan typed with shaking hands. "Choose what?" The reply came instantly. "Which one of us you open the door for?" Ryan looked at the bed. The imposter stared back, expression empty. At the door, the flattened face waited silently. And behind both of them, real Mia was somewhere in the hallway. Or something pretending to be. The face under the door didn't blink, didn't breathe, didn't move. Just stared, like it had all the time in the world to wait for Ryan to make one mistake. The imposter in the bed tightened his grip on his wrist, not in fear, but in warning. "It's waiting for you to choose." Its voice cracked, glitching at the edges. Ryan swallowed hard. His phone buzzed again. "Mia, real." "Rye, it turned its head toward the door. Don't open it." Another buzz. "Mia, real." "I'm still in the hallway. I can see the shape crouching. I'm scared." Ryan's fingers hovered over the screen. A third buzz. A message from the other Mia, the one saved under his old contact. "Rye, please open the door. I'm scared too." Two Mias, two voices, two warnings. The shadow under the door twitched again, a slow drag across the floor, as if the face was stretching closer to him. The imposter in the bed whispered again, "It's not her." Ryan stared at the thing pretending to be Mia, its wide, glassy eyes, its stiff smile, its too slow breathing. He wanted to trust it. He couldn't. He needed one real sign. Then his phone buzzed one more time. A completely new message, one he hadn't seen before. A video message from Mia's real number. Hands shaking, he tapped it. The video opened. Mia, the real Mia, was outside the house, still in the car, breathing hard, looking terrified. She whispered into the camera, "Rye, whatever is upstairs with you is using my voice." Ryan's heart stopped. She continued, "And if it told you I was in the hallway, then it's not outside your door." Ryan's blood went cold. He lifted his eyes to the imposter lying inches beside him in the bed. It stared at him, unblinking, smiling slowly. Its voice shifted, dropping Mia's tone, sliding into something deeper. "Open your eyes, Ryan." And Ryan realized, too late, that he wasn't supposed to look at the door. He was supposed to look at the bed, at the thing already inches from his face, at the thing pretending to be asleep earlier, at the thing that sent the first message. The shadow under the door suddenly vanished, sliding backward like it was being pulled away, but the creature beside him leaned closer, jaw unhinging just a little too far. The phone vibrated violently. One final text from Mia. "Rye, don't let it touch you." Ryan turned, only to see the imposter's hand already reaching for his cheek.